So if we can get, I don't mind to offer, okay, 5 million naira. If we can get a very good, reliable intel from anybody that can direct us to where this kid is or who has this child, and the person will be protected anonymously. We're not going to mention the person's name. We're not going to do anything to jeopardize the person. Let the person bring out the information. If the person can provide us with an information, and that information is actionable, and they can go through that information, and it checks out to be good intel, we will give the person the 5 million naira. And that's my promise.
5 million naira. The first offer has been made. As long as the information is reliable and viable.
As long as the person is, we're not going to screw anybody up. As long as the intel is going to lead to the discovery of the child, if it is a good intel and they can really find out the child, or the people that are involved can be brought to come and testify what they know. Once we're able to get that intel, trust me, I will make that money available.
Perfect.
5 million naira, I will make it available. I have a GTB bank in Nigeria. I will make the transfer without even blinking an eye, but only on the condition that the intel we get is good intel. You understand what I'm saying?
Greetings, people. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. So a reward has been offered, 5 million naira. This is not the end of it. This is not the cap, or this is not the maximum that is there to be offered. There are still so many people that are still going to come to offer a reward to anyone that is willing, anyone that can give us information. Because I know this entire syndicate of kids being abducted, there are so many parties involved. There are so many loose ends. And we are asking for anyone amongst you people who is watching this video. This is a very good deal. And your identity will never be revealed. But we need your information for security so that we know who we are dealing with. And the information that you will bring, it must not just be gibberish information. It must be something that is of substance, something that is accurate, something that can give us a lead as to finding out who is involved. You might not know exactly where the child is, or you might not know too much details about where they would have taken the child. But if you know at least someone who's involved in the disappearance of these kids, in the disappearance of testimony, this is an opportunity for you to secure 5 million naira. And I'm sure it's a very big deal in Nigeria. In Jeremiah will never give you this money. Jeremiah will always manipulate you. He will use you. Right now, his own workforce, his own pastors are not being paid. I received different messages from his own pastors that are within his church. They are crying. They are struggling. They've gone for almost 3 months now without pay. And he pays them 50,000 naira per month. And these are people that have committed to serve in his ministry, in his shrine, that have given up everything that they were doing. These are people with families, with children that need to go to school. But they're getting 50,000 naira per month. They've been complaining to him, but he always, pays a blind eye to them. But he will come on the screen, on the TV, and give 1 million naira to random people. And he gives 1.5 million naira to people that come to his church, just for him to manipulate people and make the entire world believe that he's a cheerful giver. All that you see that he does, giving people money, is just trying to buy your affection. It's not coming from a good place. He's robbing from Peter and he's giving to Paul. When he gives 1.5 million naira to someone in his church, his account will be flooding with in contacts. People that are driven, people that are moved by that philanthropic gesture, as he calls it, that kindness of heart, that extension of a hand of mercy. Many people that watch him, that are his partners, they will be moved by that. They will deposit 50 million naira. Oh, Jeremiah is a good man. He's helping the needy. This is a true servant of God. Another in contact, 100 million naira. Another one, 150 million. Another one, 200 million naira. John is being robbed. But to Peter is only giving 500,000, 1 million, 1.5. So it doesn't hurt him. He makes more from those gimmicks and stage managed offerings and hand of mercy and on those money that he gives to people. He makes money out of those stage managed events. That publicity stunt. He makes a lot of money. That's why he's consistently giving people money, because he tried it and it's working for him. Prophecy does not move people anymore. People are used to false prophecies. Preaching does not move people anymore, because people are preaching heresy. People are preaching nonsense. People, they don't give because of prophecy anymore, because they are tired of these false prophets. They are tired of these false prophecies that never manifest. People are not moved by being told that receive it. Receive your marriage. Receive your money. Receive your this and that. Receive your miracle. They are tired of that nonsense. It's no longer motivating them to give the men of God. It's no longer motivating them to give the men of God. So what is this particular man of God called Omoto doing? He's buying your emotions so that you give him more money. That's a strategy that he's using that has been working for him. All that money he gives out to people does not pain him. Because whenever he gives, so many people donate to his account. So many contacts come, alerts, bank alerts, people donating. Oh, he's a true servant of God. He's helping the poor. Let's support him. Let's support his ministry. It's a gimmick. Psychologically manipulating people. But his pastors are suffering. His members that work for him, they are suffering. His workforce is suffering. It's not getting paid. He can't exercise that charity at home, behind the scenes. He's only a kind guy and a cheerful giver when he's behind, when he's in front of the camera. That's the true nature of what's happening on the ground. If you're a pastor in Jeremiah's shrine, you know this for a fact. You know this for a fact. If you work for Jeremiah, you know this for a fact. His own brother died an embarrassing death. The hospital his own brother died, he was admitted in. He never went to visit him to go and check him out. Never. He died a very poor man. In a healthy facilities, that was the poorest of the poorest. But he's a brother to a general of God. He's a brother to a billionaire. His own family members are slaving in his shrine. They don't even have a sense of direction. They don't have anything for themselves. He does not even allow them to go and work. He tells them, what's so special about you? Do you think you're above and beyond my anointing? Come and serve in the ministry. To those that know, you can connect with what I'm talking about here. This is the truth. This is the man that we are dealing with. He comes to the screen and lies to people that he's a cheerful giver. But so many people are crying right now. His workers are crying. His own family members are crying. They are living in poverty. He just decorates them so that they look like they're okay, but they're not happy. So this is my alert to you people that know any information about testimony. This is an opportunity for you to get out of this mess. And I can promise you, we'll make provision for you to leave the country. There are so many people that are willing to sacrifice to fix your papers, and you leave the country. You'll never have a trace of you because you'll never know who sold out. This I promise you will keep you safe, your information safe. I'll never reveal anything to anyone about your identities. If you know any particular information that is tangible, that is solid, send it to me. And I'll call my people and send it along with your bank account. If your information cross-checks with what we are looking for, if we can have a lead to find where testimony is, if you can direct us to someone whom you know knows, this is a 5 million naira on the table for you. And it's not only going to be 5 million naira. If you want to move out of the country, anywhere you want to go, just tell me. I'm not the one who's going to do it. I have people that are ready right now, willing to make that happen. And to my other big billionaires out there that are watching this, if you know a Muslim brother, anyone from any religion, it does not have to be a Christian. It just has to be someone that has a heart for humanity. If you know a businessman that is doing well, please tell him about this. If the offer can get to 100 million naira, I'll be so much happy. If anyone in the custody of this boy, anyone that knows information about this. Don't take chances though, because we are also not naive. You have to have something for you to have this reward. The moment you gave us this information and then it checks, even if you're a police officer, you are implicated, you know something about this, Jeremiah will never give you 5 million, no matter the weather. If you're working for Jeremiah and you know any information about this, Jeremiah in his entire lifetime, he'll never give you 5 million naira. But we can. So it's up to you. The offer is on the table. It's still on 5 million naira. We don't know. Tomorrow it can be 20. The next day it can be 50. But you have to act fast. Don't let others beat you to it, because you're not the only one that knows where this child is. There are other people that know. There's a more in each and every organization. There's a more in each and every institution. And there's nothing wrong being a snitch. They say snitches get stitches, but snitching about this information, you're not going to get any stitches. You're going to get 5 million naira and a free pass to any country of your choice. That will be organized. My word is my bond. I don't claim things that I cannot deliver. I don't overpromise. Whatever I tell you I'll do, I'll do. I'll make sure that it gets done. The offer now is still 5 million naira. So bring something of value. Bring us a lead. We just need a lead. You can be Jeremiah Omoto's pastor right now who knows something about this. Bring that information. I'll never reveal to you. No one will ever know it's you. You might not even need to leave the country. Go buy a SIM card. Don't register it. Go buy a stupid phone. Text me the information and text me your bank account details. As long as that information checks out, we get that boy, we get a lead to where we can find this boy, you wake up with 5 million naira in your account. No compromise, no questions asked. We don't need to know much, but I need to know what I'll be dealing with. And one thing I can promise you, I will not compromise. I'll never put your life at risk. So even if you're Jeremiah's pastor or Jeremiah's bodyguard or Jeremiah's PA, this is an opportunity for you to get 5 million naira. Tomorrow it might be 20 or 30. The reason why you should not be afraid is because I'll never reveal that information. You'll never know who leaked the information. This web is big. Jeremiah never did enough damage control, or he never cut off loose ends, because he never knew that this would be exposed. I know these people are reckless. They can be reckless. So Jeremiah will never know. Even though he makes you believe that he can see in the spirit, there's nothing that guy can see. He can't see anything. So don't be threatened. Don't be afraid. I know most of you will be like, oh, what if he finds out? What if he knows? I'll make sure he doesn't know. Just keep this to yourself. Give us the information we need and you get paid. You get paid. You take care of your family. But when you get that money, don't spoil it anyhow, because it will be obvious. Take that money, keep it somewhere safe, and start planning your future. And don't leave the church as yet. Stay in the church. Act normal. Still call him Papa. Bow down when he comes to the office. Come on my comment section. Fight me as well. So that he is convinced that you can never be one of the person that leaked the information. Being a mole, there's nothing wrong about being a mole. It's just like you're a secret agent, But this is an opportunity for you to be a double agent. Be a double agent. Work for us. Work for me, work for Jeremiah. You get paid both ways. There's nothing to lose. For if maybe you are Jeremiah's driver, or maybe you are the woman that was used by Jeremiah to abduct these kids, I'm sure he never gave you 5 million naira. He probably gave you 100,000 to do this. Or you're a security, you're probably on a payroll of, 100,000 a month. This is money that you can never make in your entire life, with regards to the position that you're holding in Jeremiah Omoto's shrine. These guys will manipulate you. They will use you. They use people. They don't care about you. So why do you have to care about them? Why do you have to hide anything about them? This is time for you to expose them as well. But I'll never compromise your life. I'll never put your life at risk. Take the money. If I were you, I'll take the money. Any day, anytime, without even blinking. But because you're not sure, you think about it. While you're thinking about it, someone will come. So I don't want someone to come before you come. I want you to be the one who gets this money. This is 5 million naira that we're talking about here. The first offer has been made. More offers are coming. But I'm not encouraging you to delay. We can even give you more if you give us valuable information pertaining to this missing child. We can give you more. If you want to leave the country, just give me your conditions. My advice to you is just don't waste time. Give me the conditions. You want to leave the country, you want to go away, you want to live with your entire family or your entire lineage. We will take you out of the country. As long as you give us information that can help us get testimony. Because wherever testimony is, he's not alone. We are going to save so many lives. So it's a rat race. Whoever gets to this offer first, whoever brings valuable information first, will secure the bag. If you have any conditions, bring them forth. But don't give me useless information that, oh, I knew. I don't want conspiracy theories. I want something tangible. Something that we can work with. And I'll never leak that information. I'll never give to the people that are going to send you the money. The money is not coming to me. The money is coming direct to you. So don't be worried. And I know Jeremiah's people will be tempted to come and make offers as well, to say we are going to give 100 million naira, just so that I can give them the account of the person that will be receiving the money, so that they can know who the more is. They're not that smart. So I can tell them now, they must not try. Or maybe I should make the money come through me. And then I'll send the people the money. Whichever way, if you want this money, this is an opportunity. It's a win-win. You're saving the child and you're securing the bag. So make a decision. You can listen to the full conversation that I had with one of the sponsors of this project, because all we want is the missing child. All we want is baby testimony. If baby testimony comes back, we all be happy. So listen to the full, conversation, so that you can also believe, so that you can also assess the gentleman I was talking to and how far legit his offer is. But I'm convinced he's legit. He's not playing games. So bring us something and we can work towards getting you paid. 5 million naira. Think about it. If I don't think about it, send me a message now. Tell me where testimony is. Not where he is, or tell me if you know someone who is involved in this. If you are the woman who took this boy, it's 5 million naira. Jeremiah can't afford to pay all of you. He can't. He will never pay all of you good money. He will never give any of you 5 million naira in his entire lifetime. So make a decision. Choose to die and fight for Jeremiah, who's paying you peanuts, or to get paid a good sum of money. And then you can have something to do with your life. You can start a business. You can do anything. You can take your kids to school, private schools, A schools, anyway. You can change your life. Tomorrow it might be 20, 50, 100, but don't wait for it to get to 100 million naira. Just come and make your own offer, your own demand that, listen, I want 50. I can organize that. If you want 50 million, I can organize that. But the first offer that has been confirmed is 5 million naira. So make a decision. Don't take long. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger. Listen to the first offer conversation that I had with the brother. I'm out. Hello, say, how are you?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing awesome. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. All right. Listen, I love your analysis. I'm grateful to you that you have your thinking cap on in being able to analyze exactly what many of these other bloggers who were supposed to be working with you were missing out. And I like the fact that you came to the point, because when I was watching your previous episodes on this issue, the main focus, like you rightly said, is not about Ruth. Telling whether Ruth made a mistake in talking about this or not talking about that is that is immaterial. Okay? What is important, as you rightly said, is the boy. A boy is missing. You see, this is why it's different over here in North America, in Europe. They don't play around with kids. The fact is that a child is missing. Why focus on what the mother said or did not say? If the mother was involved in the disappearance of the child, wait until you get the child, whether dead or alive, and then you can hold everybody responsible. If the mother is part of the whole thing, then we can now go after the mother. But for now, mother issue is not the important thing. It's the child that should be focused on. And I think I like the way you brought that point out. And hopefully the authorities down in Nigeria will be able to think deep about all the points that you have raised. Because like you rightly said, it makes no sense at all that the CCTV camera in the children's section, and you know the children's section is supposed to be the most guarded, the most protected. How can that particular part, the CCTV camera, not be working? How can the CCTV camera to the gate not be working on that particular day? And don't forget also that Ruth has said this man had approached her and talked about his son. That, oh, this your boy, oh, he's this, he's that. And then within that period, the CCTV camera for the children's section on the gate is not working. That is not a coincidence. That is a deliberate attempt. It's not a coincidence at all. It was calculated.
It can never be a coincidence.
And unlike the other part you brought out some time ago, that let's even assume that indeed they were not working. But what about the footage from all the other cameras that were working? Perhaps this woman may be in the crowd, and the mother of this boy could easily identify, oh, those are the women I'm talking to. Why don't they bring those cameras and those footages to the police? Why is the Nigerian police? And I think in your next broadcast, you should call Nigerian police and the Inspector General of the police to action. Because this does not make no sense. My name is okay. So that's my name. So please, just I hold myself accountable to this because I've been following a lot of stuff. See, when she was at Brekete, when I was watching the whole thing, I was looking at the woman who was just, she was just bent on trying to give the quickest story. My child is missing. That is the basic part of the whole issue that she was coming there for. My child is missing. So all those extra details. Oh, you went with so. You went to, and how can you be castigating a woman who was offered? How can you say, oh, she sold a child, and then somebody else is coming to give her or offer her an additional millions of naira on top of what she must have gotten from the sale, and now she's turning that down to be making a plea for somebody to help her to find her child? It doesn't make no sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make no sense. Because if I sell my child, for instance, I've already collected money, and now I'm accusing somebody, and the person offers me money. If money is my agenda, if somebody is offering me money, I would rather take that money and be quiet because I know already what I did. So why was it that Ruth was refusing the millions that was offered to him by Jeremiah? If it was all about money. This is why these people are dumb. They are not smart at all. They don't have no sense at all. They cannot reason. They are living the substance and chasing the shadow. Oh, the woman is not telling the truth. The woman this. But that does not negate the fact that a child was missing on your premises, under your watch. Under your watch. This is why Africa is never going to progress. They are so dumb and stupid. Because here in North America and other places in the Western world, in Europe, when a child is missing, the whole police department will put every resources together to make sure that child is found, dead or alive. And now they can now start going into putting the pieces together of who is responsible. If the mother is responsible, then let the mother be prosecuted. But instead of focusing on finding the child, now you are discrediting the mother as if the mother is the one that is missing. It doesn't make no sense. They're just dumb and stupid. That's my offer. If anybody can come up with a verifiable intel on the whereabouts of this child, or the whereabouts of the people that were involved, or the person knows the people that were involved. We don't want the person is not going to be named. The person is going to remain anonymous. But as long as the person can supply the information and say, okay, but the point is that we're not gonna make it public. As long as the information, the intel is real, he can either direct us to where the child is, let the person mention whatever account the person wants the money to be transferred to. We're ready to put it, we'll pass it on to them.
Perfect.
Simple. Because this is crazy. Huh? The authorities should start focusing on the important thing. When somebody tells you there's a missing child, that should be your focus. Forget about whether the mother is lie here or she went, even if in the process the mother had gone to sleep with 10 women, that is immaterial. That has nothing to do with anything. The missing child is what is the subject of the matter. And I'm glad the way you analyze Brekete. I know the man has a good intention, but obviously he was not looking at things the way you were looking at it. See? Even the police officer, the so-called police officer that was discrediting Ruth at his program, was it not the same police officer they found lying on previous cases? So how can you rely on the testimony of somebody who has perjured before? You cannot rely on that testimony. So if Ruth's statement is inconsistent, that is something that you can deal with later on. The inconsistency does not negate the fact that there is a human being, a little child that is missing. Focus your attention on that first. That's what it should be. Man, I'm really pissed off. I'm really upset right now because this is crazy. This is so annoying. I mean, it's crazy. This is where you expect even the governor of the state to make this his priority. Like, how the hell can this happen? This is where the government's supposed to stand up and say, you know what, this thing has gotten a lot of traction already. We got to sit on top of this situation and deal with it. This is where the Inspector General of Police of the whole country supposed to step in and say, I want that child to be found in the next 48 hours, dead or alive. I need to find out, and I want to know how the movement of this child went about. But you see, in a country where the life of people don't matter, Africa is just a mess, man. I'm sorry to say. It's just a mess. Because what is important, they don't take it serious. It's the stupidity and the nonsensical and the mundane things that is unimportant. That's what they focus their attention on. It's sad. It's really pathetic.
My brother, it's our responsibility to correct it.
It's really pathetic.
We've been watching for a long time and we've been observing for a long time. If we keep complaining about it and we don't take action, this madness will go on forever. That's why we have to stand up against all this.
What I would suggest to you is, whatever all these other bloggers are doing or saying, don't get carried away with it.